Hello, everyone. We are late, but we are here. And we're back for another week. Tell me when you are ready.
I'm ready.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another week of the Black Multiverse Theory podcast. We are here once again with all your weekly shenanigans.
Hey, y'all.
All right. So let's do a recap. How was your last week?
Last week was pretty good. It wasn't too bad. It was a little chance for me to get to a lot of the job sites that I missed. So that was pretty good. And just making sure everything was good. Soccer was canceled. Dr. Hinshaw came through and she put down the gavel, told everybody about churches and about team sports and restaurants, the limitations that are there. So quite a bit of a change, a little bit of a change, I should say. It's not too bad, but it was a change nonetheless.
It's pretty temporary, right? Like it's like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Do you think 2 weeks is like really gonna?
They're saying 2 weeks and then they'll reassess.
Oh, okay.
So when they do 2 weeks, they're just checking to see the stats, how many people comes in those 2 weeks, what are the using contact tracing, what are the reasons they're coming in. They found out a few weeks back when over the weekend we had 500 people come in over the weekend. Wow. And that was a huge spike. And so it caused, Halloween to have some changes, different changes of different things. So it was quite a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything happened this last week for you?
No.
Same old.
Those are the things that I was talking about right there. But want to talk, shout out to Nilo, as today is her birthday. Yes, so happy birthday to Nilo. She turns a graceful 73, and so we're very happy.
Black don't crack, they say.
Black don't crack. So she's there.
Yeah, I'm just out here living still, which is good. That's why I'm all beautified for today's podcast. I was like, ooh, I'm going to dress up. Nothing worked out, but I did. My face is definitely present. Janelle, what's up to Janelle, who baked me a cake, which I'll probably have a slice of and then pass out later. And also Tanya's punch creme was the base of my tea this morning, my London fog. It was good. Tanya keeps checking in to ask me why I'm still sober throughout the day. Also, big shout out to Greg, whose birthday was November 13th.
Shout out to Greg.
Friday. We were supposed to have a show. Bliss was supposed to have a show there at Revival, but
excuse me.
Dr. Henshaw definitely came in and was like, nah, chill.
You're right.
She fruit ninja'd that.
Yeah, she shut that down, which is fine. Which is fine. We are getting ready for the upcoming events that are coming up, so we're very excited about the Aphrodisiac Market.
The Aphrodisiac Market is coming up on November 29th, and if you are planning to come, just so that you know, we do have a lot of safety precautions in place, and if you want to kind of stop in but you're not sure if you want to be there for too long, you can definitely get into contact with the vendors. We're going to drop the vendors list real soon, and with those vendors you'll be able to order your stuff ahead of time and then come pick it up the day of if you'd like. So there's a couple different ways that you can interact without necessarily having to be there, but also if you're the kind of person who wants to be there, there's options for everybody. So
there you go.
Yeah. Okay, I'm good to move on to the scroll.
All right, on the scroll, we have a lot going on this week for our scroll. We had quite a few protests. We have protests. The news is kind of showing you protests against and for different parties. So you'll see a protest, but then you'll see your social media is kind of reporting some of the violence that's happening at each protest.
There's a lot of how do they call it? Steal the vote. Like, they don't want people to steal the vote protest or whatever.
Right.
So in some places they're protesting to stop the counting, in other places they're protesting to count more. Generally, the election should be certified the first week of December is what I am hearing. And just the other day I was watching this Fox News channel host. He was like, okay, if Trump is gonna win, how is he gonna win? Like, he's just saying, like, okay, we get it, you're taking them to court with all these lawsuits, but like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, in Pennsylvania, do you want them to just delete 800,000 votes from Biden's side? Like, how are you trying to get this done? And she just kept repeating the same talking points. So he kept interrupting her and being like, no, I know what your talking points are, but I'm asking this specific question, which is not your talking points. How, like, what? How? He's at 230 or 240 or whatever he's at. He's like, what states are you talking about? Like, literally. And then she keeps going with election fraud. It's the largest fraudulent election in history. Like, just keeps repeating it. So the guy's like, all right. She's like, well, you're obviously not going to let me finish. He's like, I'm not going to let you keep saying the same thing over and over again. Like, I'm asking a specific question. But that's the thing. When it comes down to hard facts, like, even Fox News is like, yeah, so like, cool, but how is he gonna win? Like, what states do you think are gonna come through for him? Right
now, it's not even Fox News. The Trump campaign and all the people who follow have now turned their back on Trump, on Fox News.
On Fox News, right? Because Fox News is like being a news station now. I guess.
I guess.
Yeah.
So it's actually pretty funny to watch as he discredits Fox News. He used to talk about that's the only news station. Now he's discrediting Fox News. So.
Yeah, there's actually a news station that's brand new out in Florida that's even further right, believe it or not, and they are reporting that Donald Trump is still the president and that Donald Trump is going to go into a second presidency, I guess. How do they say? A second term. He said there'll be a smooth transition. So that particular news station is doing the news they wanted, I guess, the way they want it.
I watched on social media, there was two black ladies. They were motorcycles, and they were riding through and they were protesting, and then a swarm of Trump protesters that were protesting for Trump started to stab certain members of the other protests while they were protesting. So these two ladies were on their motorcycle and one jumped off.
Sorry. We always have to have something random.
One jumped off.
Right.
And as she jumped off, she's there trying to, she's using a flag, the American flag, to kind of back people away from the other one's motorcycle. And somebody came from behind with another helmet or something in his hand, and he just smashed her in the face and knocked her out. And she fell back, like just straight back. Boom. She just hit the ground.
Wow.
Another guy went and looked like he was trying to help her, but it also looked like he was trying to steal her phone as well. So I don't know what happened to her. The other motorcyclist literally drove off and left her on the ground. I don't know if she went to go get help or if she was doing fight or flight. After getting hit in the face and seeing your partner get knocked out, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
So these types of things have been happening. So those people who are in the States that watch this broadcast, just be careful out there. There are a lot of people with different sides and different points of view politically, and they are willing to go to violent actions to make their statements known.
Also, Trump is emboldening the DC police, talking about, where are you, DC police? And they need to stop this chaos, and it has to be law and order or whatever. So expect violence from the DC police sometime as well. Within that, somebody got stabbed in those protests as well. There's 2 stabbings. There's multiple stabbings. Yeah, so definitely be careful, y'all who are out there doing the work.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Well, moving from there, we have some good highlights that came up. Lewis Hamilton just won the Formula F1. He's a F1 driver, a Formula 1 driver, and he won.
This is the first one?
Yeah, and black in the Formula 1. We did highlight the other one, which was Daytona.
Was that Formula 1, or that's a different kind of car racing?
This one is Formula 1. The other one was more Daytona. That's the one where they put the noose in his... Yeah. So this one's...
What's that called? Rally car. That's what it's called, rally car. The other one's called rally car.
Right.
Yeah, and this one's called Formula 1.
So this Formula 1 driver, he gives a shout out to his father. And quite a bit of stuff he talks about his father working 4 jobs to keep him in racing.
Wow.
To go, and he said he remembers he slept on the couch, and his mom and dad really worked hard to bring him to this point where he's an excellent racer. It's funny because a lot of people don't categorize black people in certain categories, but we're not a monolith.
Nope.
So we're into all types of different things, from heavy metal to skerplunking to to all kinds of things.
Spelunking?
Skerplunking.
That's not spelunking. Not to be confused with spelunking.
No, skerplunking is when you jump into the water. It's the sound that you make when it goes.
Okay, the what Diddy did?
Yes.
Diddy was like, his leg out to the side. That was hilarious.
Diddy jumped in there. So that's, So Daytona is NASCAR, which is what I was talking about.
NASCAR.
That's what Greg
said.
Was, helping us with that one.
Daytona is NASCAR. Okay. So what's rally car? Not.
Rally car is in the mud. With the cage around it.
What's the one with the cars that look like the letter H? Where it's lower, like not like the there's
Formula
one where there's
with the 2 big tires here and 2 big tires.
That's Formula 1.
That's Formula 1.
Okay.
So Formula 1 racing, it's like a mini rocket ship that's like, and they go around.
I've learned that, I think I probably said this on this show before, that the point of car racing is to test all that stuff under a high performance. Not just the car, the tires, the oil, the gas, all that stuff. So when these oil and gas companies, specifically when they sponsor cars, it's also to see like
who's got the best
stuff, and then also test the new formulas that they might have. I didn't know that. The same way, I recently also at the time learned that hotels are like the precursor to what we get in our houses. So the first they try it in hotels and stuff, and then it goes to residential after that. So these are the things I've learned.
All right. LaShawn says happy birthday.
Thanks,
again.
Everybody.
So, we have this gentleman here. Check him out. Keep an eye out for him.
If that's your thing.
If that's your thing, or if it's not your thing. Lewis Hamilton. Just keep your eye out. He might be in the news. He might be doing stuff. He might be doing big things. He's definitely setting records. And
taking names.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
Okay. Next
up, we have Victor Glover, set to make history. This article is a little old because he made history.
It was like a couple days old. Was it yesterday?
This is November 15th, but I watched the flight.
2 days ago.
I watched the actual flight.
You said it's old. It's literally 2 days ago. I guess because he made history now.
He's now made history.
Yeah, okay.
So he's knocking out several first fights. Glover is the first black person in space since Alvin Drew in 2007. He's the first black astronaut to fly for SpaceX, otherwise known as the Space Force, and the first to move into the International Space Station for an extended stay. So he's
the first one who's going to live there.
Yeah, he's the first black person to live there.
Yeah.
And he's got his backpack, he's got his suitcase, he's got...
We're reverse gentrifying the neighborhood.
We're getting to space, y'all. We're in space.
They said space.
They don't want us on the earth. We're moving to space.
Is Space Force... I mean, is SpaceX Space Force? I thought that was what's his name's thing.
Trump?
For some reason. No, I truly believed it was Tesla's thing.
Tesla's Space Force?
Yeah.
I thought I believe it's Trump who's Space Force. Maybe I'm wrong.
SpaceX.
But this guy's definitely from NASA. Mm-hmm. And they went up from the Kennedy Space Center. My mom and I watched it live. Mm-hmm. She hates watching it, but she was still watching it. She wanted it.
It was probably so anxiety-inducing for her.
Well, she was there around Apollo 13. She was there for a lot of the crashes. I remember there was
explosions.
Yeah, there was. I remember there was one where
SpaceX is Elon Musk. Just FYI.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So this is Elon Musk here with NASA.
These people.
So they're moving into the space station now. Mm-hmm. And we're going to have our first Deep Space Nine. Yeah, right? Pretty quick here.
Correct. And this Donnie Brasco or whatever his name is, Victor Glover.
Victor Glover, yeah.
Is about to be Benjamin Sisko.
He is.
Essentially.
He's 44 years old.
Mm-hmm. He's young.
Southern California native. Mm-hmm. And he's a Cal Poly engineer graduate, where he pledged Phi Beta Sigma.
Okay. I don't know what the signs are for that.
It was a Navy test pilot and a legislative fellow for the late Senator John McCain.
Okay. He's a Republican.
Before becoming an astronaut. It was he was a Republican. I don't know what he is now. A lot of people have been jumping over.
I guess if he worked for John McCain, he's probably not about that other guy, because the other guy was not about John McCain at all.
Well, I don't know.
And a lot of the people who were John McCain's people were like, not chill.
And here's what's the funny thing: he is considered a rookie spaceman on his crew, but he said he can't wait to experience space. So.
He's there now. I think they docked just the other day. Shout out.
It shows his family. So it's his wife and 4 daughters. So guys will go any length to get away from the house.
Is that where we're going with this? Okay.
I don't know. All jokes. But
congratulations,
Mr. Glover.
Man, and thank you for making history for us.
Yes, so that is great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You think Space Force is really gonna go forward? You think they're really gonna fund it?
I think they already did. They're just getting them ready to shoot them up, getting the Donald Trump slingshot.
There's some international issues with Space Force, like violating some international treaties that have to do with space.
Probably.
I trust it.
I remember that the Kennedy Space Center. I thought NASA had moved out of there, and they kind of decommissioned it at one point. So to see that this is happening now from there is quite interesting, actually.
When I was over there, it sure did not look decommissioned at all. That thing is scary. Like, it's not scary. It's just so big. A couple of years ago, in March or April, my grandmother died. And I was there, and I was like, I just want to go to the beach. And I was in Orlando, and my family was like, okay. So I ended up going, and that's the beach that I ended up at.
Okay.
It was a long, long drive. But it was so big. It was like really, truly huge. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations to him.
Mm-hmm. So, but moving on from there.
Okay.
We have quite a few People's Choice Awards. That happened on November 15th as well.
So we're shooting people into space at the same time.
Yeah, same time as we shot people into space. People were choosing their favorites. Some of the top winners for the night were Tiffany Haddish. She came in as Best Female Actress. I believe she won.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was hosted by Demi Lovato, and it was done quite interestingly because they had it part digital and then part live. So Tyler Perry definitely was on there, and you had different categories now, like social media star, stuff I don't normally see.
Oh yeah.
People's Choice Award for. I can't remember what it is. Fast.
Who won for social media star?
Emma Chamberlain. You know her?
Nope.
Okay. Moving on.
I'm not in her demographic.
No. They have people going up. She was going up against David Dobrik.
No clue.
Jojo Siwa, which a lot of people know Jojo because she's the blonde girl.
Jojo that used to sing?
Yeah. Well, no, not that Jojo.
Oh.
I know which Jojo you're talking about. She still sings, by the way. She just sang with PJ
good.
Morton.
She's excellent.
This Jojo sings, but she's like a teen star. So she wears like ponytails on the side of her hair or on the back, and she wears a lot of glitter. And yeah, my children's age group is actually what they're hitting. They're trying to get that going.
Your kids probably know every single one of those people on there. Like, oh, Dan TDM is there.
Yeah, probably. Tracy Ellis Ross was a winner. Becky G, I don't know who that is. Jennifer Lopez won as well, another winner. Zendaya, the style star, she went up against Janelle Monáe, Lil Nas X, Kim Kardashian,
I don't know about all that.
Lady Gaga, Rihanna, Kendall Jenner, and Timothy Chalamet.
Seems like she's like about number 4 on that list.
She's number 1.
They chose her.
That's well, they showed some of her outfits. Some of her outfits were great. Did you see what
she does her thing.
Did you see what she wore the other day to the Met Gala? I think some sort of princess gala. She went as Cinderella, and then her outfit.
Yeah, that was the Met Gala.
Her outfit changed
and lit up,
kind of like Hunger Games.
Yes.
So yeah, I get where people are like, that was the ball.
That was also the Met Ball.
It was memorable.
I get it, but
Tyler Perry won.
Janelle Monáe? I don't know.
Mandy Moore won for drama TV star.
Wow, what's she doing? She's still out there acting?
Mandy Moore?
The singer Mandy Moore?
Yeah. This Is Us. Do you know that show?
Oh, she's in it.
She's the head lead actress.
Oh, she be in there crying every week.
She has everybody crying. She has a bunch of people.
Sheesh.
I'll never watch that show anymore.
I do not have the emotional fortitude for sure to take that show on. I am fully aware of that.
She went up against Chase Stokes for Outer Banks, Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy,
Oh, yeah.
Sandra Oh from Killing Eve, Law and Order Special Victims Unit Mariska Hargitay, Danae Guerrera from the did I say that right?
I don't know.
From The Walking Dead.
Danny. Is it Danny?
Okay. It's Danai.
Is that that's what's her name? It's not what's her name?
What's her name?
From she's in another thing we like.
You're not talking about Michael Burnham.
No.
Because she also was in Walking Dead.
No.
She was amazing.
It's this girl here.
Oh, yeah. She's the one with the braids and the samurai sword.
Yeah, this is old girl.
Yeah. She's also in
our show there.
Black Panther.
Yeah. That's Okoye, you guys.
Yes. Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us.
I love him. Did he win?
No. Mandy Moore beat him.
Oh, period. Okay,
these are the people she
co-ed.
beat. These are the people she beat. And he was put up with the same category as her. And they were like, oh, we like her.
Yeah. And the same show.
Yeah, weird. Cole Sprouse from
Definitely
Riverdale.
Weird.
He won Male TV Star.
I can already see the key demos in here. It's not being.
So Male TV Star, country artist Blake Shelton won.
Oh, okay. Lil Nas X didn't win there?
No, he wasn't even in the category. He's like,
that's unfortunate.
They were like, you were country maybe last year.
They're gonna be like urban country. They're just gonna make a new
just for him
and Hootie.
Ellen Pompeo, she won for female TV star. Okay. Bingeworth TV, The Outer Banks.
I guess we should watch it.
I'm good. And then Tiger King was on there. They went up against Tiger King, Ozark, Cheer, Schitt's Creek, Love is Blind, Never Have I Ever, and Normal People.
I don't know most of those. So, congratulations.
Comedy TV star Sofia Vergara. She won. She went up against Issa Rae. Insecure.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
But as I said,
and Yara Shahidi from Grownish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she won.
Who Yahara won?
That's Sophia.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Female artist Ariana Grande won. She beat out Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion,
Billie Eilish. Surprisingly, people love that girl.
Yeah. Lady Gaga's back up in there. Taylor Swift.
Oh, like Gaga really, her people are working for her, boy.
Man, every year. This year, her, what's his name? He was on that show. Was it Speedy? Scotty? Anyways, he owned her masters.
I thought Akon owned her original.
He owns her masters. He just sold it for $300 million. So he's rich. Then he's gone. She won though for soundtrack song "Only the Young." Mm-hmm. That was the one. Justin Timberlake. She went up against Justin Timberlake and Selena Gomez.
Yeah, I am lost in the sauce.
Yep. Christina Aguilera apparently did something. She lost.
Can we make a Black People's Choice Award?
Doja Cat. I think we do have it. It's called BET Soul Train Awards. I think that's what it's called.
Why are you calling it the BET Soul Train Awards? This is two different awards. The BET Soul Train Awards.
The BET Soul Train Awards.
No.
Doja Cat won for new artist.
Okay, good for her. Wow. Yep. Surely very clear on the demographic.
She beat Saweetie.
Yeah, very
and
clear.
Roddy Ricch.
Very clear on the demographic. They love Saweetie in the streets right now.
Nighttime talk show. Which one do you think won? It's Jimmy Fallon.
Get out of here.
Jimmy Fallon won for nighttime talk show.
I thought what's his name would have won.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel?
Oh, the one I like.
John
Oliver.
The Daily Show? No. The Late Show? No. Last Week Tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is it even on the list?
He's on the list right here.
Oh, he didn't win though.
No.
Unfortunate.
He's funny.
That's a show I actually like.
He's funny, but Jimmy Fallon has games. He has the Roots playing in the background. He's got a bunch of stuff still.
He has the Roots.
Once you have the Roots, it's hard.
Jimmy Kimmel is another one that I thought would have, because Jimmy Kimmel's like excerpts turn into like a whole, like eating your kids' Halloween candy is like an annual thing now.
Yeah.
And I guess Christmas now, doing weird stuff to your kids on Christmas also.
Yeah, like telling your kids that you're eating all their candy.
Yeah.
Is actually pretty funny, but
it's funny, but also torturous.
But it's funny to watch which children are like, "It's okay, Mom. You were hungry. It's fine.
You deserve it."
Those are the kids I'm like, "Oh."
And then there's other kids like,
I love those kids too.
I know, they're probably my favorite.
They're like, "What? Wait,
you violated me!" Like they're like, you violated.
I love it.
All right,
moving on from there. So,
you got?
We had a few things that we had missed, but now I'm not touching them again. I thought I had them inside the list, but they're not there. No, it's not in there. But yeah. So
Alana says that she loves the major meltdowns when the kids are eating when the parents are eating the kids' candy. I'm like,
they're actually eating it?
Or pretending to. I love it. Okay, well, so we're moving on to the screen?
We're moving on to the screen.
Okay.
So on the screen right now, we got quite a few things that are up and running. We still have, I guess season 3, new episodes are still coming out for Mandalorian. There we go.
You guys need to tell us what you're watching.
Yes. So Mandalorian's on the list.
Correct.
Last week's episode was hilarious, and it was pretty good. They brought in people from the Clone Wars. So if you see the people that are in blue, I'm not going to give away too much. They're from the Clone Wars. So if you watch the animated series Clone Wars, you kind of figure out at the end who they're talking about and what's about to happen, because it's a scene out of the Clone Wars. So you get to see that. You also get to see, which is on Disney Plus, by the way. Also on the list is Discovery. So you get to see Michael Burnham, and Michael Burnham is now doing her thing. She's sorting out different situations.
I like the new version of her.
The new version of her is different, and what we mean by new version, you'll have to see in season 3 what happens. Season 3, what happens to her. She's a lot more lighthearted, so you get to see a different as the character grows, and her hair grows just as long as her character, her emotion. So it's quite interesting to see. What have you been watching? There was a documentary.
Oh yeah, I'm also watching His Dark Matter. His Dark Matter, is that what it's called? His Dark something Matter, I believe.
Right.
That one is what is it called? The Golden Compass.
Golden Compass.
Made into a TV show. So pretty much like the first 5 or so episodes are like the movie. Or maybe the first 3 episodes are like the movie, and then they kind of get a little more in depth and more complicated. I loved that movie and wanted kind of like more, but never got it. So I'm excited.
It's funny. It's funny how the Golden Compass ends. It ends
Like there's more.
Like there's more. Like you're gonna get another season, and they never
came
went back to it. They didn't get anything for it. But then now they've made this TV show where you get seasons and seasons of in depth as they go through the book and they sort everything out. So you got to watch for that.
And last week I talked about Nexium, that cult. Did we talk about that on this show?
A little bit.
Yeah, so pretty much last week I was watching 2 documentaries that was on this multi-level marketing.
Yep, we did talk about it.
Cults. And then this week I watched a documentary called Love Fraud. And it was pretty much this guy catfishing women off of the internet, off of dating websites. And then he picked like a certain kind of woman every single time, and then would like fall in love with them and be there and do all the things that to me would be like overly controlling and a bit much. But he went ahead and did those things, and these women were in a place where they felt like they were really already primed, I think, to like wanting to find love and to fall in love and what have you. And then he went ahead and robbed them for everything they had. And when I say women, I mean like well over 10. Like my man was like a serial, I guess he's just a con artist. So like he just would be like with one woman, he pretty much bounced from one to the next, and sometimes he had up to 4 or 5 different women going, and then managed to marry all of them. So that, I think, is what got him into trouble in the end, was that he was literally like married to like several different women at the same time, and wound up having a federal lawsuit after him. Now, granted, I guarantee you all of these women voted for Donald Trump. Like, I almost totally guarantee you that. So I'm like, you got tricked by this man. That is, I feel like I could see that happening. And so when he has all these women going, he leaves. This is happening in Kansas. So he leaves Kansas City, Kansas, and he goes to Wichita, Kansas, and tricks this other lady not only into stealing her husband's 401k, but then opening up this seafood hut. Now, everybody's like, maybe that lady is also in it with him, because why would you steal your husband's 401k if you weren't like really part of the thing? But she says no, and the husband ended up getting back with her, and I guess the two of them just own this seafood restaurant now, because old boy left pretty much and went on to the next, like he always does. So one of the women who was like kind of out of his league type, she pretty much would like kind of lead him on, but then not call him back, not pretty much engage him, and it drove him insane but he ended up getting caught, and it was a federal case because that is the law that he had violated. But it was wonderful watching these. It was just, I don't know why I like true crime, specifically like con artist, fraud type stuff, but they got.
They got in the end.
They got. So what are you listening to?
Wait. Before we move past there, just for your Netflix moves and what you're going to be doing, Kevin Hart has a new stand-up on Netflix. You can watch that now. It's called Zero Something's Given.
There was something that we watched recently. Who was that guy? Remember we put on stand-up that one day, and then the guy was like actually hilarious?
Right.
I don't remember what his name was. Sorry.
I'll look back at it. We'll try and figure that out next time. Into the Spider-Verse is on as well on Netflix. There's one, the app that stole Christmas, and it looks like it has Ray J in it.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's a family feel-good movie, The App That Stole Christmas. So that will be out this Friday coming.
I thought you saw a Christmassy movie that was an Adam Sandler movie kind of recently, no?
I saw a Halloween Halloween.
Oh, it was
one.
Halloween. Okay.
So I saw, and we spoke about that one.
About it.
Yeah, Kings of Joburg is also for the Johannesburg criminal underworld.
I will be watching
that one comes out December 4th, so you can watch that one to get a little bit of spice. And also coming up this Friday, Moesha is back.
On Netflix?
On Netflix. So
also, Girlfriends is on Netflix.
And again. Girlfriends is on there. Voices of Fire is also coming out. That is for you gospel freaks like myself.
Okay.
It is Bishop Ezekiel Williams. He built inspiring, non-traditional gospel choir with the help of his superstar nephew, Pharrell Williams. So they're going to come in and they're trying auditions for Voices of Fire. And once they get the auditions, you get to see how they build the choir. It's a reality type show. Mm-hmm. What's in my ears?
Yeah, what's in your ears?
What's in my ears is none other than Jonathan Deppishes, who's in Bliss Band as our saxophonist. He has a new album called Cute. Mm-hmm. I've been listening to it.
It is cute?
It is cute. It is phenomenal. It's actually pretty good. And it's very light, very happy kind of music. I enjoyed every second of it, listening to it so far, and I recommend it. It's on 102.3, so he's actually making airwaves, and he's doing his thing. He works over at Long McQuaid. If you want to get his autograph, he is over there for Johnny Depp.
Mm-hmm. That is the sexiest guy on the stage if you've ever watched us perform.
Mm-hmm.
So congratulations to Johnny. I haven't listened to the whole album front to back, but I've definitely listened to at least one of the songs more than once.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe I've heard 3 or 4 of the songs, but one of them I've actually gone back to listen to more than once. Mm-hmm. So check that out, especially if you like experimental sounds, I would say. He does a lot of interesting things with sound.
Yeah, he actually touches on kind of 1980s arcade kind of sounds, and he uses his synthesizer to recreate these sounds into a kind of a new jazz type album, which is really good. And he has different styles, and it's very happy. It's not by any means gangsta rap.
No, not even close.
Gangsta rap. So it's pretty good. A shout out to Johnny for a spectacular project. What about you?
I am listening to, I don't know, it's jazz season. Once it starts snowing and stuff, I get into like smooth jazz. Oh, I know what I've been listening to. So I'm back on Jay Dilla right now. Like, not just Jay Dilla, but also the things that he's produced that have the voices of our favorite stars on them, pretty much. So I've just been listening to Jay Dilla Radio, which patches in a lot of stuff that Jay Dilla has made for other people, but also a lot of like Flying Lotus and other like kind of trippy sound, just sound, experimental sound type stuff.
I like it.
So that's what I've been messing with. Lo-fi beats. Yeah.
I like it.
Actually, I'm not even gonna lie, a couple of Johnny's sounds are reminiscent of Jay Dilla. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I'm listening to.
All right.
What do we have coming up?
Coming up, we do have, as we said before, the Aphrodisiac Market. So watch out for that. Please support us and come out and check that out.
Yep.
So that's going to be wild and ready. I got wind from Darren Jordan of 5 Artists 1 Love is not out for the count. It is raring to go. So stay tuned for getting involved with the 5 Artists 1 Love family again.
Yeah.
Also, we are looking at having a gospel type night with the Bethel Stony Plain crew and Edmonton. So we'll see what happens with that. So stay tuned for that. Even if it's virtual, it would be a night to remember. So that's what we have. What do you have, birthday girl, for the word?
Oh, I get a word?
Mm-hmm.
I had a word. I just need a minute to think about it. I think the word is about choosing who you want to be and taking your time to build yourself into whoever that person is, but also being gentle and understanding that this life that we're living is just practice, and so we need to put the effort in and practice those practice into becoming the person that we want to become, but also be kind to ourselves and honor your journey so far and give yourself time. That's pretty much what I have.
Well, that's it. Short, sweet, spicy.
Yes.
All right.
Was it spicy?
It was.
All right. Well, everybody, this was fast, actually. This is like a really fast show that we had today, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I did a lot of talking, so it was good.
You sure did. You were like, ugh. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another week of the Black Multiverse Theory Podcast. We will see you again next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.